Hey guys, and welcome to this week's Week in Life vlog. Kind of starting to dig these, which I wasn't anticipating, but it's kind of fun. So it is Monday. I'm going to take you along for our day today. I've been working this morning. I'm actually taking a break here at lunch to go run some localish errands. I just got to go run and grab a couple prescriptions for Penguin, his heartworm, monthly like medicine stuff. He's due for his next 6-month round of it. We use Sentinel. He also takes some allergy medicine, so I'm going to grab that. So I'm gonna go over to the vet, grab that stuff. I've got to drop some paperwork off at the kids' school. It's like the gifted program. Isabella's already been doing it. Natalie's enrolling in 3rd grade. So I've got to do all the enrollment paperwork and all that. I gotta drop that off and then head back home this afternoon to finish up some work. So that's what my day-to-day looks like, but hopefully you'll enjoy coming along for our week this week, and I will share our meals and kind of what I anticipate our week will be like. We got my bookcase put together in my office, so I'll share that a little bit, and I also probably will share a dedicated vlog showing that, just how I'm planning on doing some storage and organization. But come along for our week. Okay, so I picked him up his Sentinel and his allergy medicine, and I'm gonna head back home to get some work done. So this is a little unusual. I've shared in a couple other vlogs. I like stopping at Dollar General to kind of see what they have in store. So I thought I'd pop in and just see if they have anything I could find for spring trays and stuff like that. And they usually have some cute, oh, it's a cute doggy. They usually have some cute like home stuff. So I'm gonna pop in here real quick and see what they have for the new season. So when I stopped into Dollar General to find a couple of things, I didn't see any like little signs for Valentine's Day. I think I'm good on those anyways. But I did find a couple organization items. So they only had one of these, but I thought this little craft jar would be either cute to actually hold crafts or to use as a decoration on one of my trays. So I got one of these. It looks like it's glass, but it's actually plastic. My mask is like rubbing off all my makeup, and I think because I had to wear a mask so much last week because I went into work a few times. And then of course wasn't a mask the whole time. My face like started breaking out. So that's the kind of unfortunate side about wearing a mask. So that's why I still have it on, because it's like wiping off all my makeup. So I have like a makeup line, like my makeup's on from here up. And then I have these baskets. I've gotten these a couple other times from Dollar General. And I really like them. Like around the house I use them to collect the girls' brushes and things like that in their bathrooms. But I got one of these for my office since I'm doing my office kind of reorganization, so I think I'm gonna use this in there. And these baskets are really inexpensive at Dollar General. This one was only $2, and I have the smaller ones that are $1 in the girls' bathrooms, and they're like the perfect size to hold a wet brush, some scrunchies, you know, just kind of collect all those things that kind of end up on counters. So we've been using those in the bathroom, and they've worked really well. But they had these in a ton of sizes. This is the $2 size that I got to put like sprays and stuff like that on my desk. And then they also had kind of more of a medium size, which was $4, $6, and then a large one, which was $8. I almost got the large one to put on my shelves in my bookcase, but I went ahead and waited because they only had one, and I really need 2 matching ones. But this will go great on my desk to hold like my Evian spray and stuff like that. Touch up my makeup because it's driving me nuts. So I'm gonna grab lunch real quick. I have the salad that I was on our grocery order for the week, and I think we're gonna do chicken bacon ranch, and I'm gonna toss that in the crock pot. So this chicken queso Fresco salad is what I'm gonna have for lunch today. Apparently I accidentally dropped a crunchy on the floor. So it's got a really interesting sauce that goes on this. It's a little bit spicy, but of course I love spicy, so it's good for me. So I'm obviously talking kind of quiet because there's 2 classes going on behind me, but we're doing chicken bacon ranch. I'm using the bacon bit pieces that we got on the grocery order, and I'm gonna put all of this in our crock pot. Cream cheese. Dump this in there, and this will just melt over the top of everything. I'm going to pour some ranch over that, finish it off, and then tons of bacon bits. Let's let that sit for a couple hours. So I took a quick break to freshen up my makeup because it was bothering me. Since my face is kind of all broken out right now, I need to go put some makeup on, and I curled my hair. So that's done. I've just got a little bit more work that I'm gonna work on this afternoon, but I will give you a sneak peek of my shelves and show you kind of what's going on with those. Got my lights up here because the robot's gonna be in here in a minute, but I am going to share how these kind of end up in a video. But I'm excited because it's a fun way to kind of display some things. And then I found these boxes at Home Goods, and I'm planning on putting like some of my smaller accessories in these, and then I can also fit paperwork and different things down inside the larger ones. So I think that those should be super useful. And then I also want to find some more of these baskets to put along the bottom rows. I don't think that they have the larger ones anymore, but they have a smaller version of these at Target. But these baskets, just as a sneak peek, fit my Loungefly bags perfectly. So I've got my 2 canvas ones over there, and I've got my 2 backpack ones over there. And then I thought I could get the smaller ones that match these and do 1, 2, 3. And then those will fit some smaller things, and the rest of it can be decor and whatnot. So I really like it. It's coming together. It's got that design on the side of it that I really like, and it's like literally all over my house. I have these quatrefoil things. So I'm glad that I held out and waited, and I actually had ordered it from the place that I'd seen it at originally was out of stock and said that they weren't going to get it till March. So then I found a different place on Amazon that had the same shelf supposedly, so I ordered it on Amazon, and then all of a sudden they said, oh sorry, we don't have it, it's back ordered too. And they did not have a ship date. And then all of a sudden it came back into stock on Wayfair. So I ordered it real quick, and then I just canceled the Amazon order because they still did not know when it was going to ship out. But I thought, well, it wouldn't be the worst case scenario if I ended up with 2. I could always replace my little bed cabinet over here. But I do really like that the handbags are behind the glass on this. That's the whole reason why I got this. Eventually I'll probably replace this if I find something else that I like. But I'm going to move all these small accessories out of here and make this just like a visual storage of just handbags. So no accessories, because right now I've got a lot of, there's Tiffany boxes in the bottom, there's Pandora boxes up there, there's small accessories up there. I'm going to get all of that stuff out and then put it into storage things over here and baskets and whatnot. And then this will just be handbags. So that is my project here in the office. And the kids are out there listening, or they're watching Frozen 2. So I keep hearing little giggles and squeals as they're like getting to different parts of the movie. It's cute. Here is the chicken bacon ranch. Before it's all been stirred up, I'm gonna turn down the heat and start stirring in the cream cheese and try to get it all mixed together here. So the chicken is pretty much cooked, and it is just kind of falling apart, so you can see that it's coming apart in pieces. So I am just going to start stirring this all together. And you can put buffalo sauce in this if you like spicy stuff and make it into a dip. There's all kinds of things you can do with this. It's really good. So I'm just going to turn down the heat to low. It's been on high for a number of hours. I'm going to turn down the heat to low after I get it all mixed up here. Let it simmer for about 30 or 45 minutes. And we will be ready for dinner. There you go. And so I think in the Week in the Life I've showed making it with just regular bacon, and then we used the regular bacon for breakfast this week, so I just had the bacon bits. You can do it both ways. The bacon just really kind of helps add flavor, and really either one will work. We've got about 30 minutes until dinner's done, and then we will go get dinner on plates. Here comes Penguin. You can come up here, buddy. So I actually need to call and get boarding for it, but we booked our next Disney vacation for 2021 today. Hooray! We're nothing if not predictable. So I guess I will share details about that in an upcoming video. And I know I just shared like a video probably just a few days ago where I was talking about kind of travel changes, but I probably mentioned in that video that we didn't yet have a time booked, but we did talk about it this weekend. And kind of zeroed in on a different time of year than we normally go. We normally go in like spring break time period or the fall. Fall is the 50th anniversary, and I actually really wanted to go. I was seriously contemplating just getting, you know, a plane ticket and resort and all that, and just flying myself down there and being there for the 50th anniversary, which is the beginning of October. I waited too long to deliberate about that, and all of the park reservation days are gone as of right now. So I've got to wait to see if they can up the capacity, and if they up the capacity, I probably will just book that trip real quick. Literally just a quick like 3-day trip, fly myself down there, do a solo trip. I really want to be there for the 50th anniversary. I just think it'd be really, really special to be at Magic Kingdom on the 50th anniversary of Disney World. So there's that, but right now all the park reservations are gone. So if you do not already have one, they are booked already. And so I waited too long. But for our family, my husband doesn't really want to go for the 50th because he knows it's going to be crazy, because, you know, all the crazy Disney nuts are going to be there. So we looked at a different time period. We normally go in April, or, well, like spring break, March, April, or the fall. Those are kind of our two main times that we plan our trips. We have gone in the summer one other time around my husband's birthday, just because that's what worked out work-wise and that sort of thing. That was our Animal Kingdom trip. And so looking at the calendar this year, our spring break this year is in March, and we were kind of like we just went in October, and it's kind of soon, and I kind of want to go visit my mom. She should have her vaccine by then. So I think that's what we're going to do on spring break, is go visit my mom. Hopefully she's got her vaccine by then and all that. But, you know, then fall is going to be crazy busy because it's the 50th, and my husband's really not wanting to go during that time period. So we actually thought we would wait till the kids are out of school and try going in June. Maybe it won't be quite as hot as it was when we went in July, and it would be a different time period for us. So that's booked. I will do a whole video about it for the people that don't necessarily watch the Week in the Lives. But I just did that this afternoon, so hooray, I have a countdown again. It's always good for Disney people when they get their countdown, right? So I will talk more about that in an upcoming video, but I'm gonna sit down, get a few more things done, and it is dinner time then. Hey guys, it's Di, and today is Tuesday. I am heading into work for a little bit, so I've got my professional gear on and professional pants on, and I'm gonna head into work for a little bit, then come back this afternoon and get some more work done here in my office. But it's really taking shape. I am actually getting a new computer that's a little bit larger and has more processing power. So I'm in the middle of clouding everything over from my laptops right now because my oldest one I'm going to turn in. So lots of things going on today, but another good start to the day. So as I get time, I'm just working on trying to get things clouded over because the older laptop I've had since 2012, so it's pretty old, and I obviously have this newer one, which probably honestly needs to get upgraded later this year anyways. So I'm getting everything clouded off of the old one to trade that in and get the new computer for my desk area. I am back from work and I'm getting ready to put dinner in the crock pot. So we had this a week or two ago. My husband really liked it, so he requested this for dinner tonight. It is a chicken crock pot meal, and it's using this Olive Garden signature Italian dressing. I'm gonna put the chicken in there, some dressing, some Parmesan cheese. I got all this on the grocery order for this week. Some cream cheese, just some seasonings, garlic, salt and pepper. Have it sit in here, and then I will toss it together with some noodles, put some panko breadcrumbs on the top, and this will be dinner tonight. I'm gonna just pour this over the top. I just had a little bit of a bottle left over, and I'm gonna open up the other one. You have to shake this really well because it has a bunch of stuff in it that like settles to the bottom. So I shook this new one up really well. I'm gonna get this open and then pour a bit more of the sauce in, kind of generous amount of sauce, but still have about half of this bottle left over. Then I'm going to put some cheese, cream cheese, and seasoning in. A little bit of garlic pepper and garlic powder and some pepper. Then I've got some of this Parmesan cheese. I like just putting this on the top of noodle dishes too. I'm going to put some of this in there. You can use Parmesan or mozzarella. I've used both, just depending on what I have on hand. And then some cream cheese. This is what makes it nice and creamy. I'm going to dump that in the top, and then that'll melt as it cooks. And then let it cook on high for a few hours, and I will come back after it has cooked up and get it stirred all together. Put some cooked macaroni in there, and this is really, really delicious if you love Italian dressing. So it is quite a bit later, and this is all done. I'm gonna go get a wooden spoon to kind of mix it together, and we will have dinner here in just a little bit. I just have to make some pasta to mix it around, and then it should be good to go. Just add a little bit more Parmesan cheese, and that's it. I put a layer of cheese to melt, some Parmesan and also some mozzarella this time, while I'm heating up the pasta. And then I'm gonna add the pasta to it, and I'll just mix it all together. And that is it for dinner tonight. So I drained off the pasta and I am going to dump it in here and mix it all together, and the cheese is nice and melty now too.
It's gonna take a long time.
I'm going to mix this all together. Isabella did some painting and apparently got paint all over her clothes. Yeah, she's gonna have paint all over her forever. So you can see that the cheese makes it like kind of nice and stick together here. And that's about it. I'm just gonna let it sit for a minute and then we can get this in bowls and dinner is done. I think I'm just gonna cut up some avocado to have on the side. And this is Italian chicken with noodles using that Olive Garden Italian dressing. So here is Bella's llama that she painted. Where do you have paint at on you? Everywhere?
Your arms.
My arms.
Oh, your arms.
And my hands.
And you're everywhere?
And my pants. Not my shirt though.
Okay. Dan would like me to mention that he thought of the idea to put panko breadcrumbs on the top. So we're just going to sprinkle some of these on top and give that a little try. Oops. Guess I'll take that one. Are you good with that one? All right.
No, I'm not good with the
Yeah, I know.
pile of breadcrumbs that you use.
All right, this one's yours.
Thanks, sweetie.
There you go. Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to Day in the Life, Week in the Life. It's a week in the life. I think that the end of the week is going to be very, very busy again this week. So I feel like I need to almost do a day in the life today because today is a busy day, but I feel like I'm going to have more time to vlog. And then tomorrow we have like a quarterly meeting, which is a really big meeting and will probably take up most of my morning. And then I have a lot of catch-up things to catch up on then in the afternoon and Friday to get ready for another meeting on Saturday and just kind of some forward planning. So I feel like today's going to be a great day to really take you along for the day as much as possible and yeah, just kind of share the day. And I'll try to share as much of the rest of the week as possible. I just anticipate it may get a little crazy like it did last week. But anyhow, I just filmed yesterday, I think, and I think it's going live today, a When Will the World Return to Normal travel video. And then there was some more news that came out this morning that, you know, hopefully they're planning on trying to get the majority of the population vaccinated through July, and hopefully that would mean that the kids then could go back to school in the fall. So I'm hopeful for that. Obviously, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens because I don't even have a date that my husband and I could even get vaccinated at this point. His return to work day got pushed out. Mine is kind of, I don't know, we're going to be home for a while. So I have a Mac coming. So I'll share that when it gets here. But I'm just trying to make this space as comfortable and as functional as possible. So one of the projects I need to work on, maybe this afternoon if I get a chance to do it, is starting to move some of my small items and storage items into these bins and making the shelf behind me not just visually functional, because I feel like it kind of frames the space up behind me a little bit better, but also functional to hold things and be a storage area. Also, last night, I didn't vlog about it yesterday, but I thought I'd share it today. I ordered my first pair of Rothy's. These are like super popular at my work. A bunch of people have them. And so they have just raved about how comfortable they are. They're a sustainable pair of shoes made of recycled plastic if you're not familiar with them. So I finally broke down and got a couple pairs. I've been looking at them for a while, but after I went to a thing last week and there was a couple people wearing them and they were just saying that they were super comfortable, I was like, okay, I have to finally try these. So I am going to do some shoes in, shoes out situation because obviously we just did the big shoe clear out. I think I have a couple more flats that are maybe not quite as comfortable or not the right size anymore, that were really borderline that I can, you know, let some go to let some come in. But I'll share what I picked out and I'll definitely let you know what I think after I wear them. I did try them on and they are super comfy. It's interesting because they're not hard at all. So here is how the Rothy's shoes arrived, and if you have not heard of these, I get ads for them all the time, but it's probably because we talk about it at work a lot. So our former CEO, she had these, and I think she kind of got everyone started on them, but I got ads for Rothy's and Birdie's, and I think one other one on my Facebook constantly. So these are kind of the first ones that I've tried from that kind of more social media oriented group of shoe lines, I guess. But these are sustainable. They're made of recycled plasticine. All of the like box and everything is sustainable as well. So it's all pretty much paper, even the little insert inside the shoe. And so then I felt like people's shoes at work, so I kind of knew how the exterior was going to feel. But what was unusual, because I didn't actually try on anyone's shoe, when I got these, and I wear like around an 8.5 or a 9, and these only come in whole sizes, so I did end up getting a 9. When I got these, I didn't realize like how like these sides are like very, very thin. I did not realize that, and they're like super stretchy. When I put them on, it pretty much feels like wearing a slipper. Like, no joke. It feels like I'm wearing a house slipper. They are super, super comfortable. But obviously, I got the 2 pointed toe styles. They look more professional. So let me just try them on and I'll show you what they look like on. And the other perk with these is they are supposed to be completely washable as well. So I'll let you know what I think. I'm very interested to try them out, but like I said, everyone that has had these has just completely raved about them. And so I wanted to get a brighter colored pair and then also kind of a darker, more professional pair. So I ended up getting a black and getting the multi-metallic one, which has a bunch of different colors in there. So let me show you what they look like. So the sides are super soft, but they do hug on my feet. So it's interesting. When I first tried them on, I was like, oh no, it's like wearing a slipper. This is going to pop right off. But they actually are really comfortable to walk in. So these are going to be interesting for sure. These are the metallic ones. I feel like I liked them on the model a little bit better. So I don't know, I'm going to let it simmer for a day. I really like the solid color, so I might exchange these and just get another solid color. These are also like a little bit stretchier, so I feel like my foot's popping out of them a little bit more. But I really like the black ones, the solid color ones. So I actually listened to myself talk about these, and when I played it back, I realized I really like these, and the multicolor are going to get sent back. These are super comfortable. I wouldn't mind getting more kind of regular colors in the future, but just the multicolor didn't look as great on me as it did on the model, as it sometimes happens. So I'm going to return this to FedEx later. That's a nice thing though, is they have free returns and free exchanges. So if you get one and decide it's not the right size, or if you don't like the color, like I got these and ended up not loving it as much as I thought I would, it's free exchanges. So you can just drop it off at FedEx and send it back. So not sponsored. I just been looking at these for a while and figured maybe someone out there might have questions about them too. But they are super flexible. It seriously is just like wearing slippers. You have your pet sloth in here with you? Mm-hmm. Isabella's set up camp over here. She's on lunch break. She's got her
Egyptian couch thingy.
Her cozy couch of sloth over here with all the pillows. Oh, and a dog.
It comes with a dog.
And a dog. So I'm gonna grab her some lunch, and she really likes having these Progresso soups. So I'm gonna make her some Progresso hearty chicken and rotini. You are not getting anything out of here. He comes running when the pantry door opens. Look at what a good boy he is. He's on penguin barking. You sit. You stay. Stay. Take. Good boy. He got me. He got one of his dentist sticks for the day. That's why he comes running when he hears the pantry open, because that's where all of his treats and dentist sticks and all those good things are. So Isabella's lunchtime is right now, and then they don't have the same lunchtime. Their, classes are on 2 different schedules. So Natalie will have hers in just a little bit, and then Dan and I usually kind of get our lunch around noon, depending on what meetings we have. So we still have a little while. It's only about 11, so I'm gonna get a little bit more done and then take a break for lunch. So another day, another crock pot meal. So tonight we're gonna do pork carnitas. I actually found this meat on the Walmart grocery pickup that was specifically meant for pork carnitas, and we're doing this street taco seasoning, which it says, if I'm reading the back correctly, you just put the pork and the seasoning in and that's it. So we're gonna give this a try. So here's what the seasoning looks like. I'm just gonna put it over the top of the pork carnitas. I just moved all of this around and I'm gonna let this sit on high for about 5 to 6 hours. And we'll see what we think about this for dinner tonight. So the pork carnitas are done. I just need to use some forks to kind of break it into pieces and then start getting all of our side dishes like pico de gallo and some, dressing things like cheese, sour cream to put on top of them. And this is so tender, it's just breaking apart. I don't even need 2 forks. It's just coming right apart because it's been sitting here on high for pretty much all day long. I put it in around lunchtime. So I'm going to break this into small pieces and then get all of our sides ready, and we will be ready for dinner tonight. It smells great, so that's good. It smells like pork tacos in here. So everyone's got their own toppings that they like. Isabella likes tomatoes, Natalie likes cheese. I've got a couple for my husband with regular tortillas, and I've just got to go make mine with street taco tortillas. And for mine, I love a lot of cilantro, and I do 2 different types. One with just the regular type of Mexican cheese, and then one that has a blend of pico de gallo and multiple cheeses. So we've cleaned up the dishes after dinner, and it's time to start winding down here. So we had pork carnitas tonight, and then the rest of the meals for the week are chicken nuggets, chicken tacos, and chicken casserole. So it was a big chicken week this week. Hopefully you guys are enjoying following along, seeing our different crockpot meals and different meals that we've made for the week. So one of the places I've enjoyed getting things from recently, I got some Christmas gifts and stuff from there, is Box Lunch. And so I got part of my order in the mail today, and I thought I would share what I got because I got some fun pins to wear on my lanyard when we go on our next trip, which I have a video upcoming about that because we have officially booked it, so I can share what we have planned. And I'm excited to see what I got because these are both blind bags. This one's Sweet Treats and this one is Mini Ears. It's super cute. I also got this Disney D, and it also is, of course, my first letter of my name, little keychain, which I thought was really super cute. It's got like, looks like sprinkles, but there are little beads in there. And then I also got this notebook as kind of a desk notebook. And it's got Minnie and Mickey, and it's got the travel scene. It's got some macaroons on there. So I thought that this was just perfect because, of course, we love traveling, and I love macaroons, and it goes really great with my office. So I probably will put it in, one of the display areas, but it's got all kinds of different, there's Germany, let's see, Madrid, Spain. Let's see what this one up here is. So just all kinds of different, Amsterdam, all kinds of different travel, London, Venice. So I thought this was really cute because they've got their different outfits on, take me to Vienna. And then, of course, the paper is cute on the inside too. So I thought this would be a really cute notebook, and it's got tabs for the different areas at the top. And of course this goes with my office because it's pink and has the macaroons and everything. But let's open these up and see what these are. So the first one is a Minnie Mouse ear blind bag. And it's got a ton of cute designs on there. And I just wanted to try a couple of these out. I wear a lanyard every single time we are at Disney World. So I thought this would be a fun way to add some pins to my collection. Oh, it's really cute. I got the pink and purple one. That's perfect. Because, of course, I love pink and purple. There you can see what it looks like. That's really cute. So there is the first blind bag pen that I got. So that was a cute one. And then this one is a Sweet Treats one. And again, it's just a blind bag, so you don't really know what's in there. It's just kind of a fun way to get a surprise treat. And here are the different things that are in there. There's 6 different pen styles in this one. And this idea is something that I think I've seen at like Hot Topic and Box Lunch. They have these blind bag pen boxes where you can get a number of different blind bag pens. So if you're into pens, if you have a pen collection, which I do have a pen collection, it's kind of a neat way to add some variety of pens and also get some flair to put on different things. And they got the Pluto popsicle. That's really cute. So I didn't really have any particular ones in mind. I just thought that these would be 2 cute ones to try out. And I'll probably get some more of them and share them with the kids before we go. These in particular are 2 cute ones. So that's that. I figured I would just open it on the vlog so you guys could see these, and I'll be talking in an upcoming video about our planning for our next Disney vacation, when we're planning on going, what I'm doing to prepare, and then also, you know, just some of the details and things I'm thinking about ahead of time for this next upcoming trip. Hey guys, and welcome to our day today. It is Thursday. I have a number of meetings today, so I'm starting to get my computer ready for that. I'm gonna be running a PowerPoint presentation for one of them, so I'm trying to wipe some files off my computer because this MacBook is absolutely full right now, just with everything having to be on this one computer. I do have a larger Mac arriving today from Apple, but it's just not unfortunately going to be here before this meeting, and obviously I need time to set it up and everything. So I will work on that later this evening, setting that up, but right now I'm just trying to delete files off of this poor MacBook to give it more running space, so hopefully the presentation is not laggy and I can run Zoom and all of those fun things and be able to talk. So I am going to delete a lot of space off of here, and that's my main thing this morning before I hop on these meetings. And then it just should be a really productive day. So I'll take you along for our day today and share what we have for dinner tonight as well. So I'm done with my first meeting of the day, and we have had a quick lunch. I just made some cheese chips. And I think we're just gonna do a quick and easy dinner tonight, but I need to go check the meal board to make sure I'm not supposed to be putting anything in the crock pot. And then I've got a couple afternoon meetings here to finish up the day. Oh my goodness, Penguin, holy cow. That was a big yawn. Also, this arrived when I was on my meeting. I'm not gonna deal with it till probably later tonight when I have a chance, but that is my new computer I'm gonna hook up at my desk later. The kids have been busy working on all of their stuff.
I gotta go find me one so I can bed.
Oh, good. And it looks like I anticipated that it was going to be a busy day today, and I put chicken nuggets, and I'll just do veggies aside. Really super easy dinner for tonight, and Dan could even pop that in if he needs to. So super easy meal, and then we'll have a little bit more prep meals tomorrow and Saturday. Oh my goodness, Penguin. You're a mess. Look at this. He's such a baby. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, Penguin. Obviously not spoiled at all. Okay, so I kind of cleared off my desk here a little bit, and I'm gonna bring my box in here and kind of change gears and unbox my new computer, which hopefully should make working at home just a little bit easier. So here is my pre-computer setup. All right, ta-da! Obviously, I am kidding, and this still needs to get unboxed, but you can tell it's quite a bit bigger than my laptop screen, so hopefully should help. And it most definitely has more processing speed, so I am gonna get some scissors and get this opened up. I truly have no idea how this is going to unbox because I have never had a Mac computer before. I've had MacBooks, but I have never had a Mac computer. Oh, it's so pretty. So this is my first ever iMac, and this is the 21-inch size, which is a considerable difference between the 13-inch laptop that I've been using right now. Obviously 13 inches is extremely convenient when you're traveling, not so much when it is the only screen that you have that you're working on. So I'm going to try to lift this off and get this box off. Whoops. We're good. That was just the box. It was a very hefty box. So here it is. And you can see that it's like literally shaped like the computer. So we'll just turn this into an unboxing. How fun. I feel pretty comfortable, I think, with setting it up, but hopefully there's some instructions. This is the keyboard. It was right in the top. I'll set that over there. This is the other side. It came really well packaged. and seem to arrive just fine. So there is the huge box, and here is the much bigger, but not as quite as big as the box, iMac. So I think that this is going to be a really great size. To use at my workstation. So there is the size, and let me get my laptop and you can see the difference. So obviously just by saying the dimensions, you can obviously tell it's quite a bit bigger. But this is the laptop that I was previously using for 10 months, mind you, because no one knew that this was gonna last so long. But now that it looks like we will be home a little bit longer, this is my more permanent setup to be working at home. And honestly, I don't even think you're going to be able to see me from behind the screen because the screen's so big. So this is going to be interesting to get used to this. So my husband's going to help me fix this cord situation. This is not going to stay like this. But what we're planning on doing is kind of wrapping it around one of the legs and then kind of having like a little something covering it to go underneath the bookcase and then up and behind into a surge protector over there. But this cord is not long enough right now to reach that plug, so I just put it in this plug for right now. I can use it like this temporarily, and then we'll figure out this mess of cord situation so the robot can still clean in here. How's it going, Penguin? But this is exciting. So it has plastic over it. I guess I should go ahead and take that off, and then I'll try to fire it up here. I have a feeling this is probably gonna take a little while, and I should probably multitask and make dinner while setting this up. Well, I've got to go finish making dinner because it's beeping at me, but it was really quick and easy to set up. They pretty much had it all set up. I just pretty much had to sign in my Apple ID. I've got to download Chrome because I typically use Chrome, and other than that, I think the only other thing I have to set up is I hopefully get a free year of Apple TV, which is exciting. And yeah, I'm good to go. So there is my new screen, and you can tell it's definitely a lot bigger than my old laptop. So I hope I like using it. This mouse is really interesting. It is got the rolly thing on the top of it, so that's very interesting. So for dinner, we are just doing chicken nuggets with a veggie side tonight because it has been such an abnormal day, and I knew I had a ton of meetings, but then I had to set up my computer on top of everything else. So turned out to be a good day for chicken nuggets. Penguin and Dan are playing. Whoa. Hey guys, happy Friday! So I'm excited to be using my big new screen this morning. It makes such a huge difference. Penguin's barking. It makes such a huge difference. I've gotten a little bit of work done this morning. All dog barking aside. Penguin. This is the downside to being right next to the front door. Go on. Go with Isabella. Lay down. Leave it. Anyhow, we are working on getting things done this morning, and I think that this is going to work out really great. So at least it's most definitely easier on my eyes and easier to see things for sure. Hey guys, so we lost part of the day yesterday. It is Saturday, and I just got busy doing things yesterday and working, and the whole day got away from me. But it is Saturday today. I thought I would finish out the day in the life, the week in the life. Still getting used to this. Week in the life vlog. Rover is rovering around, mopping the floor right now. I had some things to do this morning. I'm just enjoying my new computer and the bigger screen. It's really, really nice, and it's definitely gonna work out great. So one of the things that I'm doing is I had two older MacBooks, the one that I originally got when I first started YouTube, and then the one that I had gotten more recently, which is still in good condition. It just, for doing everything that I'm doing, it was just not enough. So I actually am gonna trade in the old one. And they sent me this box, this like trade-in kit, and so they told you like the approximate credit you would get or whatever. So I didn't really need the two old MacBooks really as it was, but they have you know, like the information down in there. It's postage paid and all that. And they send you like this little laptop sleeve so you can package everything up and send it back to them. So I'm planning on doing that today or early in the week, so that way I get one of these laptops out of here. And I'm planning on this year I probably will get a new laptop simply because the battery on this one has started being where it has to be plugged in all the time, but I knew I definitely needed something with a larger screen for all of this working at home stuff. So anyhow, that's what I tackled first. But I will take you along for a little bit of our day-to-day, then wrap up the week in the life, because it'll be time to edit this so you have something to watch. But I hope you guys have enjoyed these week in the lives. We also did a little bit of a chat last week about when we thought traveling would return. I kind of have the same sense, I think, as a lot of you did. It's kind of like proceed with caution for the rest of this year. Maybe by 2022 things will kind of normalize. But it's kind of interesting because we'd even talked about a couple of alternatives, perhaps renting an RV for in the summer and things like that. So you may see some little mini adventures here and there. We just got to figure out what we want to do and where we want to go, but trying to do it safely and social distanced and all of that sort of thing. So we are trying to figure that out right now, but we have time because it's not even February yet. But yeah, it was a good week. It was a busy week. I just feel like I'm constantly trying to get something done. So I'm gonna try to hang out the rest of the day today and get some things done around the house. And we just put our grocery order in, so I will share our meal plan for next week with you guys, and I'll share a grocery haul probably in a separate video so that way I can get this one edited. Oh, there's Rover. Rover is rovering. It's on mop mode today, so it's going on all of the hard floors, and that's why the chairs are over here. So this is what we do now, is we watch the robot go.
Yeah, we just sit and watch the
We just sit and watch the robot instead of cleaning ourselves. We just watch the robot clean.
We take as much time not doing
Right. What's going on with Luciana over there?
Well, she actually did. She didn't go on this thing. I didn't read the book, but I read the back of the book. And it says she didn't go to Mars, but she went to a Mars, like it was
Habitat?
Yes, habitat. She went to a habitat to see the scientists out.
It's under the couch, everybody. It's under the couch.
It's going under the couch. Oh, you want to show her in the spacesuit? All right, you can show us in the spacesuit. It's like just the right height to clear that couch. Yep, there it goes.
All right.
She's getting ready for her EVA.
What does EVA mean?
Extravehicular activity.
Actually, she's getting ready for her space camp exercise.
Exterior vehicle activity.
You have to wear space suits at space camp in the book. I'm not sure that's true, Mom.
You have to wear it in real life at space camp too.
What?
Because you have to go do missions and stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna be so hot. But I'm still going.
She's gonna be so hot.
But I'm still going. This is Luciana Vega. This is not the one she uses for the Mars Planetarium. Not the one she uses for the Mars
What's with the
Planetarium.
finger today?
She uses
shaking
a
the
pink
finger.
one. She uses a purple, to go with her hair.
Oh yeah.
Who wants to see her hair?
Yeah, let's see her hair. What's her hair look like? Whoa.
It's not a gentle way off.
Okay. Jeez. She's a rocker star too?
Really in a hair metal.
No, actually, she died with her best friends. I can tell why you would think she was a rocker star, because most rocker stars do have their hair. It was permanent dyes.
Oh, I see.
Permanent
That's a cool
dye.
shade of purple.
It was permanent dye. Luciana didn't know that. She said yes. Her mother freaked out. She didn't have
I bet she did. Uh-oh.
She didn't have permission, no. But she survived. She was alive after.
The Luciana story. That's told by Natalie.
Actually, I remember.
Natalie, we should have you do like those Olaf shorts and you could just explain movies to everyone.
No,
That'd be
thank
great.
you.
Tonight we are doing a chicken casserole for dinner, so I gotta start the noodles over here in the water, and I'm gonna mix up all of the ingredients. I'm gonna grab some of them out of the freezer still. So I just mixed up some onion, cream of chicken, a little bit of milk, and some frozen peas and carrots down in here. I'm gonna add some shredded cheese and dump that in as well. And then I'm cooking the noodles over here. I'm gonna mix all this together and put it in the casserole dish. And then it just will cook for a little while. Tonight I'm gonna use the canned chicken because we don't have regular chicken to make, so that's why I keep this on hand. But you can make this with whatever kind of chicken you have on hand. If you bake chicken beforehand, you can drop that in. Just gonna mix this together. I think I'm gonna pour in a little bit more peas and carrots. I kind of just eyeball it and see what I think it looks like. Just get it approximate. I'm gonna grab a little bit more milk and then add it together with the noodles. So this is about full, and I think the noodles are about done. So I'm gonna add everything together and then put it into my glass baking dish. So I am just going to top it off with Dan's favorite, some of these panko breadcrumbs, and sprinkle those across the top, and then they just get nice and brown as it cooks up. I put a little bit of extra cheese on the top too. And then I'm just gonna pour some butter over those to help them cook. And then pop this in the oven for around 30 minutes or so. And there it is. I'm just gonna get it scooped out into some bowls, and this is done. You can see it's still bubbling. So that is about it for our week in the life. Hopefully you guys enjoyed following along, and we will be back with more vlogs coming up soon. Have a great week yourself, and thanks for watching.